How's it going, guys, and welcome to my Stamina Dragonknight PVP build for the Wrathstone patch. Just to start off, this build is very good with sustain, resource recovery, very decent weapon damage, and it's very tanky. Even though we are medium, it's just very fun as well. So without further ado, let's get into the gear. So I'm using 5-piece Shackle Breaker, Bloodspawn, and 5-piece Spriggans. Tri-stats on the big pieces, so head, chest, and legs. And the rest is max stamina. On the jewellery, we're using all weapon damage, 1 bloodthirsty just for the extra damage bonus, and the rest robust. On the weapons, we are using weapon and spell damage enchant. This will proc most of the time if you keep up your light attacks. We have a sturdy Spriggan shield because we need that extra stamina to block. On the back bar, it's a Spriggan's battle axe. We are using an absorbed stamina enchant. It's great if you're falling low on stamina and you need to jump on your back bar, light attack, and execute. You'll get that resource return infused as well. Infused on the one-hander as well. Yeah, let's get into the skills. So on the front bar, we are using a reflective plate. Now I know that this is being changed in the next patch coming up. I may still use it. I may test some other abilities, but at the moment I'm still using this. Next one is Venomous Claw. Very standard in the Stamina Dragonknight. Dot is just crazy. Does a lot of damage. Must have. This is our spammable, mainly because it gives Major Defile. It's great against Templars and Wardens with a lot of heals. It's just a good spammable. A Heroic Slash. This is our Minor Heroism as well as our Minor Maim. Great to use in a rotation, like just good to use overall. Next ability is Resolving Vigor. Standard heal for all stamina classes in general. Our ultimate ability is Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Now I may consider of changing this, but I can't give up the extra damage that the Slayer gives you. Increases your weapon damage by 3% for each fighter's guild ability slotted. So handy. Gives us extra damage. Not to be missed. And our back bar, we are using Noxious Breath. Standard in every DK. Gives us Major Fracture, which is why one of the reasons why I use it, because it's just powerful. It also reveals Night Blades, which is very handy. Next up is Execute, Reverse Slice. This is good with our Bloodthirsty necklace that we've got. And we've got one of our main heals, Forward Momentum. I might change this to Rally. I've been having fun lately with Forward Momentum because it's cheaper and it's better for our sustain overall. People will say use Rally, but I'm trying it and then I'll see what I think of it later on down the track. But for the moment, I'm sticking with Forward Momentum. Now our Gap Closer, Critical Rush, and the ability to have, and one of our Major Ward buff, increasing both our spell and physical resistance by 5,280. Must have, very useful. And it also returns magic, which is very nice in sustain with magic. Ultimate on the back bar is Take Flight. Very fun. A lot of damage. Must have on every Stamina Dragonknight. It's just fun. It's an enjoying thing to see people get blown up into the air when you use this ability. Let's get into our CP. 40 Warlord. You may not have stamina on Execute when they're trying to kill you, so you must have this. Siphoner for the extra debuff. healers and Templars will waste their synergy if you have summon points in a Siphoner. Sprinter, just for the extra reduced sprint cost, is handy. The Lover, 75 Mooncalf. Don't go over 75 or else it'll be diminishing. 49 Tenacity. Now if you feel like you need to put some points into Healthy, you can, but I'll stick 49. 51 Shadow Ward, another handy place to put your points into, especially with the added shield trait. It's a lot of block resist there. Tumbling, medium armor, you must roll a lot. The Apprentice, I use 56 Blessed mainly for the extra heal. It's very nice to have. Other than that, that's it for the Apprentice. 28 into Master at Arms, good for Reverberating Bash, Venomous Claw, Reverse Slice, Critical Rush. Great to have those points in there. This is very important to have this amount in here, mainly because you'll be doing a lot of light attacks in this build. In the Ritual, I have 51 Thaumaturge, pretty standard with DKs, a lot of dots, must have. This I mainly have for the heal. I like when I get critical heals, it's very useful. Sing, 56, very nice, along with Spriggan. Amazing amount of damage that you get from it, and can't miss it. 43 money. This is to increase the dot strength overall. Very useful on DKs because they mainly focus around dots. In the Red Tree, 51 Ironclad. Need decent protection, so I put 51. 15 medium armor focus. Very nice to have. Should always have it. 10 Spell Ward. This is for that extra spell resistance. It's very, very nice to have that extra spell resistance. 50 Resistant. This is a lot of resistance for crit resist, so definitely put 50 into it. The Lady, 37 Hardy. Elemental Defender. This is very nice against Magicka users. Too hard to refuse that. 48 Thick Skinned. The fact that this reduces your damage taken by 18%, I very much enjoy it, and more tankiness for me equals more enjoyment, I'd say. Let's go over to the Lord. 3 Expert Defender, just to protect from light attacks. Quick Recovery, very, very nice to have with all the healing that you have. And yeah, that's the CP. And I give you my stats without buffing. Under 14k Magicka, very nice. Which means I can spam wings at least 4 times. Like that. Decent health, just over 24k health. Anything under 24k is a bit dangerous to have, but sitting right there, just over 24k is fine. 35.5k Stam, nice to have. A lot of your skills scale off your abilities that you use. Just wait for that to drop, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so spell resist and physical resist over 14k, pretty much 14,500, just over 17k spell resist. This is why I said you need to have that spell resist in the champion tree, can't miss it. Just under 2.5k critical resistance, very nice. Physical penetration, like I said, along with the champion points and Spriggans, it's just so much damage you're giving out. Mag recovery 640, health recovery 645, stamina recovery 1451. Not a lot of weapon critical. The Wrathstone I'm using is the Steed. it's very useful to have that extra 10% movement speed, especially on a DK, because they feel very clunky and slow. The health recovery is just amazing to have, especially on a medium armor build. Yeah, the food I'm using is Dubious Command Throne. If you're rich enough, you can use Artaeum Takeaway Broth. That will bring your health over 1k, which is very nice. Can't miss it. I can show you my buffed up stats now. Same with that, same with that. So 22,000 spell resist, physical resistance just under 20k, and don't be afraid that that's too low. We are in medium armor, so that's to be noticed. Our rotation is simply you buff up with forward momentum, that, you critical rush, that, breath, and then you low slash, venomous claw, and then hit reverberating bash 2 to 3 times. I'll explain why I'm using Dawnbreaker and leap. So if I'm about to die and I can't get to my back bar for leap, I will throw a Dawnbreaker out just in case. It's very handy to have it there because with my ping you need to throw out an ult quickly before you die. So it's very handy. Let's put the potion up. So 2,722 weapon damage, 36.5 crit. Nice to have. 60 points in the stamina, 4 points in the health. You can put 64 if you want. I just use that because I like the extra health, and also because you don't want to go under 24k, so that's why I have 4 in a health. I wouldn't choose vampire or werewolf, but werewolf can be optional if you plan to go in big groups. Vampire can be good for that damage reduction, but I prefer to be a dark elf to be a vampire because that extra flame resistance is key to staying alive if you're a vampire. I am playing Redguard because the stamina restore is just good. You can play Nord. Nord are a bit more tanky with their resistances. That would be my second option. Orc is amazing for damage. Pyro is good for health return as well. There are a lot of good choices for stamina races nowadays. What I don't have here is immune potions, but I do have weapon power pots. Because you don't have what is it? You don't have Major Prophecy, so you can use the weapon power pots on hand. You can also use Essence of Speed and Lingering Health Potions as well. Make sure you have passives in All Ardent Flame, Dragonic Power, Earthen Heart, two-handed, one-handed and shield. You want all passives in medium armor. Do not miss any of them. You want first 3 passives for heavy armor unlocked, but I have them all unlocked here because I used to play a heavy armor build, so they're already unlocked. But you don't have to spend skill points for the last 2. You want all of your Fighters Guild passives. You want these 2, Undaunted Command and Undaunted Metal. I haven't got mine up to level 9 yet, but once I do, my stats will go up a bit more. Lance War, these passives are awesome, very nice, especially for when you have Bloodspawn. Combat Medic, useful. Battle Resurrection is handy. All race passives. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching my Stamina Dragonknight PVP build, Drotoxium. See you with the next build. Peace.